Women were once confined to support roles. Not anymore. And in the age of roadside bombs and rocket-propelled grenades, everyone is on the front lines.
You know, especially, I mean, the American public is slowly shifting its perceptions. You know, it used to be completely taboo for a woman to join the military. Now I think people are accepting it more. But to know that, you know, young women are putting themselves in harm's way, and then they're being treated like dirt when they come back.
At the VA, some women go and they have excellent counselors, they have an excellent experience. So it's not that it's impossible. It's just not standardized. You know, and if you're gonna send people to war, if you're gonna expect people to join the military, and then when they come home not have standardized care that they can all access at the same rate and availability, you know,
One of the challenges of America's women warriors. There are more of them than ever. More than 200,000 women are on active duty in the armed forces. Overall, there are nearly 2 million female veterans, and about 250,000 of them use health care from the VA. Tomorrow, the VA opens a summit to look at how it can care for this growing group of veterans, soldiers who face unique battles once they get home.
And, you know, women are used to that in the military, kind of, you know, being marginalized, working twice as hard for respect, that kind of thing. But after you've done your time in the military and you just want health care, you know, it becomes kind of twice as tiring fighting for. You shouldn't fight for health care, you know. I mean, you shouldn't have to fight for respect in the military either, but, you know, it's like once you've sacrificed, once you've served, you deserve basic health care. You deserve, I mean, one of the kind of huge ordeals in coming out of the military and attending VA appointments is you just want your trauma to be recognized, right? Like, yeah, you went through that. And the system is not recognizing that women are being traumatized widespread.
And the system is so spread thin. So you've got, you know, dozens and dozens of VA hospitals around the country, but let's say you live in a more rural area. You're not near a big city. Maybe you have to travel 3 or 4 hours to the nearest VA hospital. Now, if you're putting in those hours on the road just to get to your appointment, you think you can hold a full-time job? You think you can take care of your children or your family, whatever your needs are? There's no way, right? And there's very little flexibility in the VA system. So, you know, sometimes they'll just tell you, this is when your appointment is. Now, I mean, in a real world, can you really do that? I mean, not if you have a full-time job, not if you have to take care of your children. So, you know, the system has to learn how to be more flexible.
Even years after serving in Iraq, female veterans are still adjusting to civilian life. At a women's veterans art show in San Francisco, vets say the 6-year anniversary of the war brings back painful memories. Swords to Plowshare says female Iraq War vets are the fastest growing population of homeless.
The problem is that there's very little data on, for instance, VA healthcare. Right? So the government is unprepared to deal with this huge return of women from combat and non-combat. It doesn't matter where they've served or how they've served. There's so many women in the system right now, and the VA isn't prepared to deal with them. So, you know, for a group like us to actually conduct data on the care that women are receiving would be impossible. I mean, it's a huge system. We would require so many resources. So really only the VA, only the government can conduct studies like that.
What there is definitely a need for is women-only support groups. So Jen was describing really well before how returning veterans sometimes feel really isolated, marginalized, scared to actually go into VA facilities if they've had some kind of traumatic experience in the military.